Here are two parallel metal rails. If you pass a powerful electric current through them, a strong magnetic field will be generated between them. Since the two rails are not in direct contact, they cannot form a closed circuit. At this point, if you place a conductive metal ball between the rails, a closed circuit will be formed between the rails and the metal ball, thereby generating a huge Lorentz force that violently accelerates and launches the metal ball. Congratulations, you have discovered the first form of the electromagnetic gun, the railgun. Its principle is like using electromagnetic force to create a super-powered slingshot. However, the rails of a railgun are prone to damage from the current and arcing erosion during high-speed launches. The clever you think of another, more sophisticated solution. You replace the two long rails with a series of independent, energized electromagnets. When the magnetic projectile arrives at the entrance, the magnetic field generated by the electromagnets attracts the projectile due to opposite poles, and the projectile moves forward. But as the projectile continues onward, the electromagnets on either side instantly switch their magnetic field to repel the projectile with like poles, pushing it forward, while the electromagnets ahead attract the projectile with opposite poles, pulling it forward. Through this sequential relay of magnetic fields, the projectile can be accelerated to astonishing speeds. However, this type of electromagnetic coil gun not only requires a massive amount of electrical energy in an instant, but also generates extreme heat capable of melting steel. But this too cannot stump the clever you. You equip it with a water circulation cooling system and a vast array of capacitors to store and discharge electrical energy. Finally, you take out the armor-piercing projectile we built together the day before yesterday to serve as the ammunition. Now, it is time to witness a miracle. When you press the button, a surge of supercurrent floods the system in an instant, unleashing a powerful electromagnetic force within the extremely short rails and coil sequence. The projectile is accelerated to 7 times the speed of sound in a fraction of a second, approximately 2,400 meters per second. The sheer kinetic energy it carries has completely surpassed the limits of traditional gunpowder weapons. So in the end, congratulations, you have successfully invented the ultimate art of electricity and electromagnetism, the electromagnetic railgun.